The Trustworthy Caliph. Sayyidina Umar al-Khattab was one of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam companions and also the second caliph after Rasulullah passed away. Sayyidina Umar was famous for several reasons. First, he was firm and fearless in his da'wah mission. After he embraced Islam, many people were afraid of him that whenever he walked by, people will let him pass. Secondly, he was also known for his trustworthiness nature. One day, before the Eid, his son came home from school and cried,
"Father, look at my clothes. It is torn everywhere."
Is that why you are sad and crying, my child?
Yes, my friends at school made fun of my clothes. They say, "Look at you. Your dad is a caliph and you look like a poor boy with all those patches on your clothes." They also counted all the patches and it made me so sad.
Sayyidina Umar felt sad after hearing this, and he found that his son's clothes were too shabby and torn.
Come here, my son. Let me see. Oh, there are 14 patches apparently. And one of it is plastered with a bark. You're right. Never mind all that. I will try to buy you new clothes for the Eid.
The caliph intended to do so and gave it a deep thought.
I've promised to buy my son new clothes, but I don't have any money because I've used all my earnings. I will go to the treasury to borrow a few dirhams, then I can buy those clothes.
Then Sayyidina Umar rushed to meet the guardian of the treasury, the treasurer. Given that the treasurer wasn't there, Sayyidina Umar wrote a letter to him that said,
"To the respectful treasurer, I would like to borrow 4 dirham. Inshallah, I will pay this loan back after I receive my salary."
Why is the caliph behaving like this? Usually he is careful in using the public's money. But why is he willing to borrow the money now, when salary is still long due? I better respond to this letter to get some clarification so that he won't regret it later.
And so the treasurer remembered that Sayyidina Umar bin al-Khattab was known as a fair and decisive leader, not only to the people, but also to his family and himself. He was willing to be punished and fined even though he was the caliph. Normally, he would prioritize his important duties and religion before his household affairs. And so the treasurer replied the letter and it read,
To Commander of the Faithful, Umar bin al-Khattab, I have read your letter about borrowing money from the treasury. I would like to ask whether could you guarantee that you will still be alive till the end of the month so that I can collect your debt? If death comes to you before the end of this month, are you prepared to be accountable in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Yours respectfully.
When Sayyidina Umar received and read the letter, he felt very sad and regretted all his actions just to fulfill his son's wish. He then promised not to do it again. On Eid day, the caliph saw his son wore the same old clothes that were still patched and still torn, and then he wept.
"Why are you crying, dear father?"
Oh, my son, I'm worried that during this festive day, your friends will tease at your shabby clothes again.
"It's all right, father. There's nothing to be sad about. the only reason to be sad if we don't get the blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and disobey our parents. Truthfully, I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives his blessings to my dear father.
The Caliph's tears flowed even more after hearing what his son had said. He quickly hugged and prayed for him. The son had realized his father's trustworthiness in his work and was willing to wear all clothes just to get the blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That was a great example of a parent to their children. The end.